Hey folks, welcome back to the Gary Hartford Show. Yeah, I just talked to a guy with a dog. I heard this, my battery went dead again. I thought I had that taken care of. I went and bought another battery, but for some reason, I don't know if it didn't charge up or I have no idea what's going on, but you didn't miss much. But anyway, I'm going back here. This is where my dad and I deer hunted, and when I pulled into this parking lot back there, there's a truck with some dogs in it, and these cages, this contained cages. I thought they were like, probably are coon dogs, but anyway, this guy pulls up and he starts talking. I hear a dog, and I said, well, there's a dog inside this truck whining, and I said, but there's another dog out there, and there was a raccoon in the back of his truck. And he goes, yeah, we're coyote hunting. I go, really? I said, how many people? He says, 2 and 1 dog. He goes, already got 1. And he goes, he's driving the other 2 right now. I go, to what, to you? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what? I go, how can you coyote hunt? I still don't understand it. I would think those coyotes would just run circles. But, I guess the dogs, they can somehow do it. The dog just stay on their trail, but holy cow. Where I am now, it's 3,000 acres of natural forest. Here's the trail I'm walking up on. And anyway, it was kind of nice talking to that guy. A real nice fella. Anyway, this is where I took my dad when he had Alzheimer's. We get up here a little further. It's getting dark, but I'm going to try to tell you the story of what happened and show you exactly where I got my buck. Yeah, so right over there is where I got my buck, right on the other side there. But we're going to walk up here because I got something to tell you, and then we'll loop around. Okay, here's the road I just walked up. We just walked up there. And now here's another one. So the trail keeps on going this way. So right up here, right over here, right in there, leaning up against this smaller vertical tree, my dad had a tree stand, one of those ladders that we bring out in 2 pieces, and then there's a platform on top. So I put it up there, and I'm nervous, because the year before, my dad, he kept following me, and he'd just follow my tracks, and wherever I went, he'd find me, and then he would say, "You see anything?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Oh." And I go, "Dad," and he's like, "What?" And I go, "You were just here like 10 minutes ago, asking me the same thing." And he goes, "Just never acknowledged it. Never said, was I?" Nothing, just like, "Oh, yeah, what of it?" So anyway, I brought him out here, and he's starting to fail, he's starting to where, hey, he could drive still. He drove us here. He could still talk, halfway, coherent and everything. He never was a huge talker, a fast talker at all. And he's just a matter-of-fact type of guy. Well, he wanted to go hunting out here. And my mom was even nervous, like, "Are you sure? You're going to put him up 15 feet in the air?" I go, "I know it." I said, I can't talk him out of it. He's just like, I think he's going to be all right. My mom's like, "What if something happened?" I said, I know it. I said, I said, "I don't know if I'll be able to forgive myself." So anyway, I put him up over there, and put him up in the stand, and then I came down here. And this is where I hunted. So he's overlooking this trail right here, and it's a pretty wide area. Anything run through here. He's just right over there with, 40, 50 feet in the woods. So anyway, I come down here. Everything's fighting me with this show. I'm not getting any squirrels, no deer. Okay, I'm going to shut this off until we get to the spot. And I'm going to finish the story only because, look at that. This is where a guy in a wheelchair, and I'm going to mention him later in the story, he had an ATV sitting right over here by that big snow pile on top of that, alongside that tree. He was sitting there, and he was overlooking all this. And the only way he could have an ATV is if, you know, you're disabled, and he was in the war, Vietnam War. So okay, I'm gonna shut the camera down, and I'm gonna show you where I was.